When is it important to call a spade a spade? In Parashat Noach, the Torah gives us details of the animals brought onto Noah's ark. Min ha-be'ema ha-tahora, Noah brought onto the ark clean animals, umin ha-be'ema asher einena Torah, and also animals which are not clean. Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi in the Gemara Masechet Psachim Taf Gimel Amud Aleph notices that surely the Torah should have referred to a behema ha-tameah, impure animals, defiled animals. Instead, 8 additional letters are used in the term asher einena tahora, animals which are not clean. And from here, Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi teaches that the Torah wants us to know that we should always strive to use clean, soft, and gentle forms of speech. If that's the case, what would Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi say about the parshiot of Tazria-Metzora? Here, time and again, the Torah uses the term tameah, impure, defiled. The reason is clear. In the book of Breshit, the Torah engages in historical narrative, and that's where we should strive to avoid unclean terminology. But in the book of Vayikra, where we're presented with din, Jewish law, when we are made aware of halacha, the do's and the don'ts of life, the Torah doesn't beat about the bush. It calls a spade a spade. If something is tameah, if it is impure, it is called by that term. So too, for example, when it comes to the laws of kashrut, what we can or can't eat, it's not good enough to say it's not kosher. Let's call it treif. Let's spell out exactly what the nature of this food is. And that applies as well to our conduct. If there is behavior which is treif, let's make it known that that's what it is. Now, what is it in the parshiot of Tazria-Metzora that the Torah refers to as being tme'ah? The term here is linked to Metzora, which comes from motzi shemra. It is the purposeful attempt to assassinate the character of another person. And this I find to be of particular pertinence and relevance in our times. Times in which cancel culture is gaining ground. Times in which people increasingly are preferring to attack the opponent rather than the opponent's views. At a time when people are engaging in demonization instead of being brave enough to debate the issues at hand. From Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi we learn how important it is that in our speech we should always use clean and gentle and soft terminology. But we also learn how important it is to call a spade a spade. If something is wrong, let's call it by that name. And that includes ad hominem responses to the views of others. When people try to assassinate the character of an opponent, we must make it known in no uncertain terms that that is totally unacceptable. Shabbat Shalom.